And welcome back. Time for this week's Capitol Report with Pat McGuigan of CapitolBeatOK.com. Pat, State School Superintendent Joy Hoffmeister has announced plans to finance an opportunity for all high school juniors who want to take the ACT test to do so. This is something you've written about. I think you've been generally supportive of it, but talk about this.
Yeah, it's in the past, before creation of the end of instruction tests in Oklahoma schools, I advocated a step like this. And I hasten to add that already about 80% of all Oklahoma's graduating seniors take the test their senior year or have taken it as they finish. That rate, by the way, was high even in the late 1970s when I was a graduate teaching assistant at Oklahoma State University teaching sociology of education. So there's some rationale for this. However, in the wake of the Common Core fight, I'm a little nervous because I think it's pretty clear a majority of Oklahomans don't want the Common Core incorporated into classroom instruction in Oklahoma any more than is absolutely necessary. And it turns out that ACT is at least somewhat aligned with that. So there might be a political problem here. Further, I want to hasten to add that Lee Baxter, who I respect a great deal, and some other people, including the Career Tech Administrator Marcy Mack, inasmuch as Bob Ross, Senator John Ford, they're all for this. However, Jason Nelson, who I think is the best conservative Republican working on education issues in the legislature, made an interesting remark, and that is he's always believed that financial savings could be saved within the education budget. And it's kind of interesting that after definitely participating in the "we don't have enough money" mantra, Superintendent Hoffmeister managed to find $1.5 million in her budget to do this. And his sensitivity and concern is looking forward, there might not be enough money to sustain it. And here's the last point. The new standards are in the middle of being developed. That is a rational, reasonable political point that both Nelson and Speaker Hickman have made. Give us time to get through this cycle one more year, and then let's settle on a common set of objectives. So I think they raised interesting concerns, but the idea of a standard test like the ACT or the Iowa test of basic skills, it's a rational idea.
All right, well, let's turn to the national scene here. It certainly seems as if the turmoil surrounding former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and her emails is beginning to erode some of her support. A new CNN poll hints as much. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, real quickly, I do not remember a successful presidential candidate, maybe it's slipping my mind, either in the modern era or in previous history, with this many problems this early in the election cycle. Chris Cuomo of CNN, you know, we're not talking about Fox News, who people like to criticize so much. Chris Cuomo of CNN says that this is real and it's clearly weighing on her support levels. Now there's 60 confirmed classified documents so far. This is not a problem being raised exclusively by Clinton's critics, and they didn't create the problem. Her behavior created the problem. We'll see how it turns out and how serious it is, but I think she's in trouble.
All right, well, you can read more about these and other topics at CapitolBeatOK.com.